3 months ago, Morocco took a decision that should have ended their World Cup. I'm not talking about an injury, not even about a player. I'm talking about the man that built everything, that decided to walk away just 3 months before the biggest tournament of his life. Everyone said the same thing. This is over. The magic has left with him, except that nobody told Morocco that, because they've just beaten the Netherlands 3-2 on penalties, and they just didn't beat Canada. They dismantled them 3-0. And here's the part that should be impossible. The man who replaced him has never managed any single senior international match, not any single one. So how is this team performing better without the man who built them? Stick around, because the answer isn't even about football tactics. It's about something that Morocco has built that even some countries never even tried. To illustrate what Morocco are doing right now, we have to go back to what Regragui has achieved, because I think what he has achieved is just incredible, and the numbers are there to prove it, because as we say, the numbers never lie. Walid Regragui managed Morocco 49 times and he won 36 times out of those 49 times and drew only 8 times. He only had 5 losses. I don't know if you guys understand, but that's just an incredible record to have. He even went on a 19-match winning streak in between 2024 and 2025, and that's one of the longest in international football. And as you all know, he also led Morocco in 2022 to a semi-final, which made them the first African country to do so and the first Arab country to ever do that. So it's not really a surprise that they've just beaten also the Netherlands in the round of 32 on penalties, and they even beat Canada 3-0 with an Unai brace and Sofiane Rahimi, who scored the last goal. By the way, Diaz also settled an African World Cup assist record with his 4th of the tournament. And even though this wasn't even their best performance, because again, they've had only 5 shots in this Canada in that win, which is the fewest ever by a winning team in a World Cup knockout since 1966, they still won comfortably. So the best is yet to come about this Morocco team. And looking at their performances, especially looking at their run, it makes me think that this team has legs. This team can bring you in extra time, as what they did to Netherlands. And I wouldn't be shocked if they drew France in 90 minutes. So now, right now, a draw after regulation in the quarterfinals is trading at around 26% on Kalshi, meaning that a $30 deposit pays out $114 if it hits. So that's actually also perfect for today's sponsor, because this episode is sponsored by Kalshi, the largest prediction market in the United States. Here's what makes Kalshi different. You are not playing against the house. Kalshi is a peer-to-peer trading. You buy a yes or no contract on whether something will happen, and you're trading against other users. Think of it like buying a stock. The line isn't set by some algorithm working against you. It moves based on where the money goes. Public opinion sets the price. So right now, Morocco vs France, ending in a draw after 90 minutes, is trading at 26%, meaning a $30 trade pays out 114 with a correct prediction. And as that probability shifts, you can buy in or buy out of your position at any time to lock in a profit or cut a loss. Kalshi is a CFTC approved, federally regulated, which is why it's all available across the United States and also including California and Texas. So download the Kalshi app and use the code ISH to get $10 when you trade $10. And the question rises, so how did Morocco go from a no to just semi-finals of the World Cup and being one of the favorites to win the World Cup? But Morocco, the answer is simple, because they built around a golden generation. I'm talking about players like Hakimi, players like Ziyech, like Enesiri, and they also combined it with the Rio engine and deliberate and aggressive diaspora recruitment strategy across all Europe. We can see some perfect examples during this World Cup. For example, Issa Diop, that was born in France from a Senegalese father and a Moroccan mother. He had chosen to represent France at a youth level till the U21, and we all thought that he was also going to represent France for the senior international level. But no, Morocco really convinced him. They even sent the legend Mustafa Hadji, who personally flew to him to England and asked him face to face if he wanted to represent Morocco. He then switched his allegiance in March 2026 and chose to represent Morocco, and the rest is history, because he's the one that kept Morocco in this World Cup by scoring a 91st minute equalizer against Netherlands. Then there is other few examples. For example, Ayoub Wadi, who was born in France. He's chased by Arsenal, PSG, Bayern Munich, Liverpool. All the big teams are around him, and he also represented France at the youth international level. He even played the Olympics with France. Everyone thought he would be playing alongside Chouameni in that France national team, but no, he chose to represent Morocco. And you can see his debut, for example, against Brazil, which was his first match in Morocco. You would see how he dominated a player like Casemiro. This is the type of players that are also the future of that Moroccan national team. We can also talk about Brahim Diaz, that was born in Spain and represented Spain at a youth level, but he ended up choosing Morocco over his country of birth, and now he is their leading creative force in the attack. And he also holds the record of the African assist record so far. There is also other examples that are different, like for example Yassine, who was born in France, and he is the real proof that this system really works, because he was playing at the U20 World Cup. So Mohamed Warbi, who is the current coach of Morocco, decided to take him at the World Cup and give him his first few minutes at a senior level, and Yassine scored and became the youngest ever Moroccan player to score at the World Cup. This isn't really luck. It's a system actively winning against France and other also actively national superpowers. And if you're still wondering why does this happen, why is Morocco still good, it's because this system was never about one coach. Morocco built a system, not a personal cult. So Warbi isn't really a gamble. He was the manager that promoted Yassine at the U20 World Cup. He was the manager that won at the U20 World Cup for Morocco. So he was really the solution that was regarded as the next manager of Morocco. So this was already in preparation. So that's what makes Morocco different and really successful. Every diaspora battle that they win. For example, Diop over France and Senegal, Bouadi over France, Brahim Diaz over Spain. This is a battle that most African countries don't know even how to fight. So the continuity of a culture over the continuity of a man is the real innovation here. Most countries panic when their manager leaves. Morocco just reloaded, and as Hakimi said, the departure of Regragui was part of the team's evolution. It's not a crisis, it was just a transition. So what's next for Morocco? They face France in the quarterfinals. Again, I think they can really take France to extra time, but even if they lose, I don't think their project comes to an end. They are hosting the 2030 World Cup, and this is what proves that this program is built for a decade. It's not just built for one tournament. And if Warbi delivers another deep run in the World Cup, it really proves that this system of Morocco just works. And really the answer on why they keep doing this is that they stopped needing one-man hero for a long time. Also, another thing that Morocco does really well, and we have to praise about him, is the real infrastructures they have put in place. I'm talking about, for example, the Mohammed VI Academy, and also we can talk about the stadiums, the major federation investment. That's one of the reasons they're also co-hosting the 2030 World Cup. So how is a team that is performing better without a coach that built them? It's not tactics and it's not luck. It's about a system that is built to survive, even losing its own architect, and also about an academy and a talent pipeline, and even a culture that outlasts any man. And honestly, every football federation in Africa should be studying this, not just admiring it. If African football wants to climb on the world stage, this is the blueprint. Not one golden generation, not one great coach or even a great player. A machine that keeps producing no matter who's in charge. A team like Senegal is doing it really well. Congo, I hope they can keep doing it also, and I think they can be even better in the next few tournaments. I hope more African teams will follow. And guys, if you enjoyed this video, this deep dive on Morocco, let me know in the comments, and I'll be curious if there is some Moroccan that really follow me. I would be curious to hear their thoughts in the comments, and if there is any other team that you want me to deep dive on this World Cup, please let me know in the comments, and I'll see you in the next one. Ciao.